Well, I promised you, didn't I? A dead face. Beard's growing ever so strong, but a dead face. This morning's finals were crushing. But it doesn't matter. Also, I'm really up and close with the mic right now. And the camera. Let's get into the middle. But I repeat, it doesn't matter. I might have woken up one of my housemates during one of these earlier takes. It doesn't matter, because today is the 5th day of anime. And today I want to talk about Danganronpa. Danganronpa, the only visual novel I've played this year. And boy, it was good. Spoiler alert, it was good. There you go, you have it. Done. No, of course I didn't just go and start the visual novel. The catalyst still was the anime, the Danganronpa anime adaptation that aired this summer. And it's just, I found it, like, I saw the synopsis right after I finished Mirai Nikki. So I was like, yes, another death game anime with like a really interesting setting and mechanics for the game. I'd love to watch this. Pretty much the setting is 12 people get locked up in a high school, and the only way to get out is to graduate. How do you graduate? You graduate by killing one of your classmates without the others knowing. After someone is killed, after every death, a class trial is held, and if the class as a whole appoints the right murderer, the murderer has failed and gets killed. If you appoint the wrong murderer, everyone gets killed but the murderer, who goes freely. He's able to leave the school as he pleases. If they choose the right murderer, by the way, the game just goes on until someone graduates. But yeah, the visual novel. I started playing the visual novel like when I was at the first. I was at the first class trial with the anime. I was like, okay, yes, I'm sold. I know there's a visual novel out there. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Yes, count me in. And one of the things I really loved about the visual novel, which you don't see a lot in other visual novels, is the sort of open worldy part. Normally it's like, okay, dialogue. Okay, now what do you choose? Option 1, 2, 3. 3? Okay, dialogue. In Danganronpa it's different. It's dialogue. Now free time, go. Huh? Free time, go. Yeah, you're allowed to walk around the entire school. Search every nook and cranny of every room in the school. Meet all the people in all the places. Talk to them. It's really weird to actually walk around in something that is a TV show, to a point. And it's like, wow, you see this on TV, you really like the setting, and then suddenly you get the game and you can walk around in it, find out everything. I loved it. I might have spent way, and I mean way too much time just walking around, checking everything out, and it was amazing. Now, I cannot talk about the Danganronpa visual novel without comparing it to the anime. And that is what I get kind of sad. Yeah, because in the end, the anime isn't that great. One of the most powerful, and I mean really most powerful things about Danganronpa is its story, who the murderer of each killing actually is. And like you're presented with the facts, and I'm someone who loves theorizing. I would pause the game for a quarter of an hour, half an hour, to just sit down and think without dropping my mic. Sit down and think, okay, now we have this, 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 and this. We can conclude this, this, and this, which relates to this, this, and this. So that means he's the killer. And of course, that would be like the killer I had in mind would be completely different than the one who story-wise was the one the main character thought was the killer at the beginning, or what the game sort of made you think was the killer. However, the game, well, the main character, of course, always had it wrong with his suspicion, or like the the thing the game presents to you was always wrong. But everything I had in mind when going into a class trial was always wrong as well. I have never been right at who the murderer is, and that really surprises me. I feel beaten, and it felt good. The anime, however, is like the secret behind this lies within the investigation parts. Like you basically have first, like every little loop starts with a free time part, then investigation part, then class trial. Investigation part in the anime was always there's a thing, there's a thing, there's a thing, bum 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 bum. There we go. Okay, now let's go into the class trial. Wait, what was everything? What? And in the class trial, some other people would come in with new arguments, new evidence, and you were like, okay, so that plus that, and that plus that, that means that he cannot be the killer. But then what? Wait, this guy? Damn, it's this guy. And the light novels, the visual novels, however, in the investigation part, you were the one finding everything. You were the one saying, okay, this is the evidence, this is the evidence, this is the evidence, this is the evidence. And in the trials, there would be no new evidence. You had everything, but you still did not know. Now, in the trials, it is basically the game slightly holding your hand, saying, well, look at this evidence in this way. And you're like, wait, damn. And then this. And slowly, the game would, like, slightly push you. And you would end up at the right direction. You would end up saying, but then he's the killer. Shit. And it would always make sense. And that was just such a strong part about the visual novel that blew me away. The visual novel beat me every time, and I loved it. And this is the part where I'm gonna get kind of spoilerish, and I would say if you still want to watch the anime or want to watch the visual or want to play the visual novel, turn off right now because I'm gonna talk spoiler stuff. Are you gone yet? Good. So there's one thing that I do not like about dangan, and that's the ending. Of course, it is a death game. Where have we seen death games before? Well, name some. Mirai Nikki, Sword Art Online, The Hunger Games. Did they end the way the game? Like, did they end the way the death game wanted to? No, never, never. And I like from the beginning, I was like, okay, there's gonna be some kind of twist to Danganronpa, and it's not gonna end up being like, main character murders someone, main character wins the game, la-di-da, you have some money, be free. No, it's not gonna be like that. And of course, with the introduction of the mastermind, And I just remembered there are 15 people, not 12, like I said in the beginning. Or are there? But yeah, with the introduction of the mastermind, it was clear. Like, okay, the end is going to be they figure out who the mastermind is. And then you have the ending. It's basically the last class trial, which is find out all the secrets of this high school. And to be honest, the whole jinx of what's her face, Junko, the whole act of the one that the blonde haired model being the mastermind, hands down, hands down, for anyone being the mastermind, you chose the best person. You chose the best possible way the storyline could have gone. But then there is this part of the outside world is not what you think it is. You have been living for 2 years. The world has changed. The school is here to protect you. The outside world is danger, 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 anarchy. You do not want to go out there. And in the end, even in the visual novel, it is not sure if what Junko is saying about the outside world is true or not. And the visual novel ends with them going outside saying, fuck it, we're just gonna do it, we're gonna brace it. And you never really find out if this post-apocalyptic world that supposedly has been going on throughout the entire storyline, but never ever been hinted at, except for I think the beginning when they say that the miniguns outside have been firing, but it has never ever been hinted at, and then suddenly it's a thing, it's an important thing, and they don't even say in the end if it's true or not, and that I'm just sitting here like. I know that there is a second season, but you could have at least given us that. And that's what I want to leave you with dangan, ronpa. I knew this was going to be long, and I know me talking about something else in particular that is going to come up in one of these days is going to be way, way longer. I feel bad for you people watching. Nah, I like torturing you. Okay, well, good night, everyone. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow on the 6th day.